Hi there, and thank you for watching African Diaspora News Channel. Every week, our independent media company brings news and social commentary on important global news topics to viewers around the world. We believe that mainstream media is the enemy of true freedom of information in this nation. Mainstream media filters information, choosing what we see and how we see it. Through our three channels, African Diaspora News Channel, The Phillip Scott Show, and African Diaspora News Insider, our team works hard to bridge the information gap and continue to provide world news to our viewers across the globe. But we can't do it alone. Keeping an independent media company running requires finances, and we need your help. We ask that you consider donating monthly to help us keep the programming that you love up and running. Please click the link to make your donation today. We thank you in advance for your continued support.
So Michael Bloomberg has been caught using prison slavery to make campaign phone calls. Now, it came out when a reporter from The Intercept broke the story last week. And remember, we kind of touched on this a little bit in our live stream when we talked about Destiny Harrison. So his campaign had gotten in contact with a company called Procom, and it's based out of New Jersey. Now, the Bloomberg campaign say they had no knowledge at all. Like, I don't know anything about this. I don't know. But yet you gave money to Procom, which is saying they had no knowledge that a vendor they were subcontracting with was the Oklahoma Department of Corrections for Labor. Now, they claim that they only learned about this when a reporter contacted them. So you mean to tell me you were paying money to a company, didn't know who you're paying money to at all, didn't even know what the company had going on, how they was going to do it. You didn't know anything. You just say, I just need you to make phone calls. They didn't care how it was being done. Really? Come on, man. You're a billionaire. You didn't make your money by being stupid. They said when they found out about this, they immediately terminated any kind of business dealings with Procom. But when the reporter by the name of Joshua Washington uncovered the evidence that the campaign using prison slavery, two of Procom's call centers operated out of Oklahoma state prisons where inmates were paid to make calls on the campaign's behalf. You know, that same, Democrat Party that had the crime bill back in 1994 that mass incarcerated a lot of black people. It's interesting that the same Democrat Party is using prison slavery to do their dirty work with calls. So they're saying that inmates incarcerated at the Dr. Eddie Warrior Correctional Center, as a minimum security women's prison in a capacity of more than 900, were making calls to California on behalf of Bloomberg. They say the people were required to end their calls while disclosing that the calls were paid for by the Bloomberg campaign. They did not disclose, however, that they were calling from behind bars. Now, they said John Scanlon, a co-founder from Procom, told the outlet that the company pays the Oklahoma minimum wage of $7.25 an hour to the State Department of Corrections, which then pays inmates to work in the call centers. They say those incarcerated can earn up to $20 a month, according to the Oklahoma Department of Corrections, but another policy document lists maximum pay as $27.09 per month. Let's think about that here. So based on just minimum wage alone in that state, and I'm just rounding it off, just even go down to $7. So you mean to tell me you're paying them 3 hours worth of work for the month when they was doing work all day? That is prison slavery. And in this country, it's allowed by the 13th Amendment. I keep saying this and everyone don't say anything. Everybody has been leaders for a long time. People have been, charismatic but why is it as a community, as black people, we aren't pushing for the end of slavery in America? Like, I know I'm not the only one that see this. I mean, even the documentary, The 13th, had brought that up. Why isn't we pushing for an end of slavery? As long as they allow slavery in America, black people will be the target for slavery, because this country hasn't known a day without slavery. You understand that? Not one day has gone by where America has not had slavery on the books. They just say, oh, well, you're convicted of a crime, then, you can be enslaved. $20 a month? You have to understand, this country don't like to pay for labor. If they can't get it from prison slavery, they get it from people coming across the border and paying them low wages underneath what they should be paying. This has been the MO of America since the beginning. And this same Democrat Party that has come out and say, oh, well, we're better than the Republicans. We're not racist like them. We're not, whatever. But yet you have a Democrat candidate is using prison slavery. And that tells you a lot right there. It's disgusting. It's extremely disgusting. Now, of course, I wasn't promoting no Bloomberg, and I had heard none of you promoting him. But the fact is, he's moving up in polls because he's spending hundreds of millions of dollars. And what this election is showing with these billionaires like Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg is that in this system, it's not about the best candidate that win. It's who can buy the election. And that's the way the system is set up. That's why anybody can't just run. You can't say, hey, this person has great ideas. They should be able to run. If they can't raise millions of dollars and sell themselves out to corporations, they're not going to get anything. That's why I say this so-called politics game, it's a money game. And if you don't have money to buy politicians like Dr. Claude Anderson talked about a long time ago, then it's not going to work. Nobody want to hear you complaining and crying. They want money. That's all they see in this country is money. Money equals power in this country, period. And the thing is, when you see a politician getting a lot of money from people, well, this guy already had his money. See them getting a lot of money from people, trust me, they are promising things. Now, let's see how this is going to react with Bloomberg. Let's just see. He doing a lot of explaining. He's saying that he don't practice that sort of thing. That's against his principles. Look, at the end of the day, you guys will do whatever it takes. Why didn't you go to rural America? Why don't you go over there and hire them? They always tell me they need jobs. Go over there and let them work at the call center. But no, you rather use prison slavery where people only getting paid $20 per month. That is so wrong. Why human rights groups don't be talking about the prison slavery in America? That needs to be addressed. America have more people in prison than China, and China got billions of people in their population. We don't have billions. We don't have nowhere near a billion in this society, and yet more people are in prison here in America. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with Michael Bloomberg. Like I said, he is the father of stop and frisk out of New York. Letting you know that. And that's why he cannot be taken seriously or even voted on at all. Any person that create a policy that is extremely anti-black, they cannot have black support. And that's truly staying on code in itself. But if you have not checked out the pinned comment, make sure you check out, it's 2020 and some people may be getting income tax or bonuses. Make sure to check out the trips that we have coming up. We have a few of them. We have definitely the one in May going to Senegal and Gambia. That is a $500 deposit, so check that one out. Also, we have, as of right now, September 1 through 10, South Africa. We go to Johannesburg, Cape Town, all inclusive. As I stated before, you only have 15 spots left on that one, and that one would be sold out. So I would suggest jump on the ASAP. Don't think about it. This would be a great time to start the new year, get in and, start making your payments so you can go on the trip in September. We had people go last year to Kenya. They really enjoyed themselves. It was a once in a lifetime thing for them. But we want you to experience Africa in this new decade. If you never went, say, forget it. I'm going. I'm going to have me a good time and see things for yourself. I want you to see it and see how people aren't put in prison slavery, because they don't do that in Africa like they do here in America. So make sure to click those links. Like I said, the one South Africa, you just fill out the form so you came from African Diaspora News Channel. They will contact you right back, and then you can talk about itinerary and deposits, etc. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about Michael Bloomberg. And once again, what we're going to start doing here as well, we're not going to trust polls. Now we run our own polls on our own channel. We're going to start doing videos off of those polls because we can't trust those polls. We actually get more people on our polls than these quote unquote national polls. So definitely look out for those videos. Will be coming up shortly.